my everyday all natural makeup look, and it's great for any busy working woman like me who works in the television industry, and we work 12-hour days, and I run my own production company and my own YouTube series. So there's a lot happening, and I always need a makeup routine that is easy and simple to do, and that's what this is. So stay tuned, because this makeup routine is gonna knock your socks off. Me about what I do for a fast makeup routine, and this is it, guys. So I have already applied the Tarte foundation to my skin. I love using this because it's a full coverage foundation without the filling of full coverage. So it's great for giving me that mattified look, because I do have an oily complexion. So I'm always looking for things that are going to help keep that mattified look. And as you can see, I have that dewy look right now, and that's from the moisturizer that is underneath my foundation. So I'm going to post a link right here to my skincare routine, my nighttime skincare routine, and the moisturizer at the end of that is the moisturizer I use underneath my foundation. So after I apply my moisturizer and my foundation, I take the Line Smoothing Concealer by Clinique, and we're just going to dab that underneath your eyes. So you want to put it here in the teardrop, and then here on the edge, here on the teardrop, and then here on the edge, like so. And then I use this sponge to blend in my foundation and my concealer. This is a beauty blender, and you just want to make sure that you either buy a new beauty blender once a month, or you sterilize it with a cleaner to make sure that it's not holding bacteria, like so. And then after that, I use the Clinique transparency powder. I use 03, and the concealer I was just using is light medium, which is also 03. I used to work for Clinique, guys. It was my first job out of high school. And since I used to work for Clinique, I still love so many of their products. And I worked for them for a couple of years while I was in college as well, and picking up gigs in the television industry. So Clinique always holds a special place in my heart, but at the same time, I really do love their products as well. So this is their transparency powder. So I'm just gonna dust that on with a nice big powder brush. The T-zone, the bridge of your nose, and then dust down onto your neck as well. Voila. Next, for contouring, I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rosewood Blush. This blush I love because it's a nice neutral tone, so it is going to be very natural on the complexion and give you a nice sun-kissed look. And with my blush, I always go on the areas that would naturally get hit by the sun. So when you would naturally get sun-kissed, it's going to be on your cheeks, and you want to line up your blush to hit the top of your ear. So that is the line, the path that you want for your blush. And then you want to go across the hairline, and then you want to do the same thing on this side. And this is my quick contouring action that happens. And what I'm doing is I'm blending this into my hairline, as you can see. And that's making sure that it gets nice and even. And I know what y'all are thinking right now. You're like, well, that looks really not good. It looks unblended in. Well, just wait, because there's more. So right now we're just laying down the base. So we're laying it down, and then what you want to do is you want to get a contouring brush that's a little bit smaller, and then you want to go on either side of your nose like this. Voila. You want to frame out the tip like that. Yeah. And then I like to take my big powder brush and dust along my chin and down onto my neck. Oh yeah, we're getting sun-kissed now. But this is a little much. I know. Bear with me. We're gonna get to the next step, don't you worry. I'm gonna go back to this transparency powder, and this is by Clinique again. And you want to take that same contour powder brush. You want to then go over your entire face with it. And what you are doing is now blending all of these colors in together. And I'm just going to do one side so you guys can see the difference. And you're going to blend here and into your hairline. And you know, I used to try to cover that guy, that spot right there. But then I was like, you know what, why am I trying to cover him? He's my character. He gives me some uniquenesses. So if you have some cute spots that you're like, okay, I'll let you peek out, then, you know, let him shine. That's what makes you fun and unique. So that Dalmatian spot gets to hang out more often because I get tired of covering him up, so I've just learned to embrace him. Yep. Okay. So now see that difference between this side and this side? See, that is the power of a good transparency powder, people. What people say, I think that lip liner should never go out of style. And the reason for that is lip liner is not designed to line your lips. It's designed to make your lipstick last longer. And I'm going to show you how. So first thing first, when you're first learning how to apply lip liner, because I found that so many of my friends don't use lip liner and it just makes your lipstick last longer. So I'm going to show you the trick of the trade. So what you want to do is you want to do the dot dot dash. So you want to do a dot at the top of your peak and then the dash. So now that you've done the dot dot dash, what you want to do is you want to start on the outside of your lip and draw down toward that dash, and you want to start on the outside of your lip and draw down toward that dash. You don't ever want to draw from the dash up, because then you're going to just naturally draw your lips thinner. You want to draw from the outside corner to the dash because you're naturally just going to draw your lips fuller. So you want to do that like so, and then you want to do the same thing on the other side. Voila. Now that we have the dots up at the top of your peaks, what you want to do is you want to draw from the outside corner up to the first dot, and then you want to draw from this corner up to the first dot. Voila. And then you want to connect the peaks. And as you can tell, I have a mole on my lip because I am covered in spots. I'm basically a constellation. So what we want to do is we want to fill our lips. Sometimes I like to let him show, you know, just get out there in the open. But then today we're just going to fill in the lips and cover him up too, because today is not a day to come out and play. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just filling in the lips. So I've defined the shape, now I'm filling them in. And that's why lip liner has gotten a bad rap. It's like you line the lips and then you have this lip line that shows up. Well, that's not the best purpose for lip liner. The best purpose is to use it to fill in your lips, and then your lipstick has something to attach to, which is going to make it last longer throughout the day. So, fun facts from Savannah. I love applying this to my lipstick, to my lip liner, because it's a more of a natural corally pink, which is really pretty for summertime, and I think they can even carry you into transitioning for fall. So you can use this as a great transition color before fall comes around and those deep browns are really popular and trendy again. So there we go. Lips are done. Time for the eyes. So what I really like using is this Tartelette Toasted eyeshadow palette. And as you can see, I have used it quite a bit. And I have found myself using this same eyeshadow palette for summer and fall and winter because it's got such a variety of neutral tones in it. And the older I've gotten, the more I like matte eyeshadows, not the sparkly kind. So this one has a great variety of nice matte eyeshadows. So to get started, we're going to use this Sunrise color, which you can tell I've already used quite a bit. So we're going to use that, and we're going to dust that all over our lids. And you want to use a nice bright base for your eyeshadow because you'll often get creasing in your eyeshadow. You can see that that was starting to happen. And applying a good powder base all over your lid that's nice and bright, and it's going to contrast nicely with any dark eyeshadow that you apply on top of it, it is going to prevent that creasing from happening. Because what is the reason that we apply powder to our face? It's to set our liquid foundation and to make sure that it doesn't run or get oily or crease or do any of those things. So it's the same thing with your eye, and your eyeshadow is going to act as that setting powder as well. Okay, so now that we have applied this nice eyeshadow to our eyelids, what I'm going to use next is a tinier brush. We're going to then go into this color called Cozy, and this, when it goes on, it has kind of a reddish tone to it. I don't hate it though, because it's just kind of different and fun. So you want to then do halfway across on your lid in the crease. Then you want to go halfway across on your eye line where your lashes are. Yep, and it's supposed to be that va-voom right now. So don't be scared. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this eye first so that you'll see the full process. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big blender brush again, and then we're going to get this color called Warmth. And we're going to go all the way across in the crease. Ooh, ah. See? So they're a little wild when you first get started, but don't be afraid. So then what I like to do is I like to go back with this Sunrise color, because now that we've laid our colors in place, it's time to help blend them out a bit. So what we want to do is we want to take that Sunrise color and we want to blend back on our brow line again to help feather out those colors. And then what we want to do is we want to go back on our lid. We want to apply that same Sunrise color, this lighter color right here. On our lid. Because what we're doing is we're just feathering everything out. And the eyes, I always say, are a constant balance between adding and blending. So at this point, I'm getting really happy with how this color here is looking. I would like to lay down a little bit more of this darker color, but I'm going to use this big blender brush to just pat in some more color. We're going to blend one last time. Voila! So now I'm feeling really good about the contouring on my lids. It's nice and feathered out and it's not too much. But now we're going to match it to the other side. So I'm just going to apply that Sunrise a little bit more. Then we're going to come in with that Cozy color onto the crease halfway, onto the lid halfway, creating nice definition. Ooh. Go back in with this Warmth. I just like that color. That color name reminds me of fall. It just makes me get into that fall zone. And then I'm gonna take this sunrise color again and help blend in all the colors. And then back on the lid. Ooh. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to add some more definition. With that cozy color again, that one right here. Doing your eyeshadow is a constant tango. It's just applying, patting, feathering, reassessing. Now what we want to do is we want to take the Clinique Pretty Easy eyeliner. This is a really great liquid liner because sometimes liquid liners have a really hard tip and they're not very flexible to work with, where this guy actually has a very flexible tip. So it's designed to bend with you as you're working in these very tight areas. I think a lot of people find eyeliner to be intimidating and so they don't use it, but it's really easy to learn how to apply eyeliner. So what you want to do is you don't want to start in your teardrop and go all the way across with one swoop. You're like, whew, you don't want to do that. You want to start on the outside corner and you want to do little dashes that connect together. Like so. And then you want to start slowly working your way towards your teardrop, like so. So then if you look at that, that's a really smooth line. Now, if you had started in your teardrop and just drawn a line all the way across, it would have been bumpy, it would have been uneven. So if you start on the outside corner and then just create little dashes that slowly connect together and work towards your teardrop, then you're gonna get a nice, smooth, even line. The other thing that I see people doing, and I saw all the time when people came into the Clinique counter, is they would go like this, and then they would apply their eyeliner. Well, your eye doesn't look like that when it's at its normal state. It's not stretched across like that. So you're not actually seeing how the line is being applied. So that's why you don't want to stretch your eye, and that's also damaging to this very sensitive eye skin area. So you don't want to pull your eye, you just want to work with it in its natural state. And what I tell everyone is if you want a taunter canvas to work with on your eyelid, what you want to do is you want to raise your eyebrows, and you'll see me do that a lot when I'm working with my eyes. You'll see me lift my eyebrows because I'm creating a taunter canvas on my eye. So as we work across, I can see exactly what I'm doing, like so. Voila! And that's how easy it is to apply eyeliner, and especially liquid eyeliner. Once I learned how to apply liquid eyeliner, I didn't go back to anything else, because when you use a pencil, it can feel very abrasive on your eye, where a liquid eyeliner pencil is actually very soft to the eye. So you're not actually bearing down on a very sensitive and soft tissue. There you go. And the reason you want to do little dashes is because think about a sketch artist. Most of the time, a sketch artist doesn't draw all these long lines. Oftentimes, a sketch artist does these little tiny lines. And when they connect together, they create one line that creates a picture. And that is the same thing with eyeliner. You are a sketch artist and you're using those little dashes to create a nice even line. Now, when I apply my mascara, what I do is the wiggle technique. So when you are applying your mascara, you want to hold it at the base, and you want your eyes to do some of the work when it comes to getting it to the tips. But as you're moving your mascara wand up, you want to do a little wiggle like that. And by doing that little wiggle, you are shaking your eyelashes apart, and that's going to make them thicker. So I am closing my eyes slowly and then wiggling my mascara wand to get out of my lashes. Like so. And then you want to do the same thing on the bottom. And there's the before and after, folks. I just love mascara. It is my favorite thing in my cosmetic kit. There's something, I call mascara the coffee for your face, because when you put mascara on, it makes you feel instantly awake. So it's like caffeine for your eyes. If I can only pick two things to put on my face before I go out and about, it is mascara and it is lipstick, because mascara makes your energy in your eyes just wake up. It just makes you feel alert. And then lipstick just makes me feel empowered, like I'm ready to take on the day. Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush, and this is taupe, and I use this more so to give my brows definition. Then it also gives me a little bit of color because I already have thick brows. I just more so want something to help me hold them in place so they don't get a little wildly, don't get a little wild and crazy. That's what I'm trying to get at. So what I do is I always brush my brow hairs up. That's cute. Brush them down. So this acts as a brow gel. And there you go.